I have a few tweaks that I'm doing to my camping setup. Well, first one is a Lost Horizon inflatable mattress that I'm replacing in my rooftop tent. It is 4.5 inches thick. It's got a foam pad in addition to the air inflation piece, and it comes with a really nice pump to inflate it with and a bag to put that in. And so when you pull it up, there's two of these inflation deflation valves, one on each side. Right now it's in the inflation mode, and you just push your hand in there and flip it over to make it deflate. Now when I first set this mattress up, I pumped it up really tight, and it was too tight, so I had to let some air out of it because it was kind of a little too bulky to fit in there. Plus it was a little uncomfortable for me to lay down on, so I let some of the air out. So just be aware of that. So the pump, this is the inflation side and this is the deflation side when you want to pull the air out. One thing to note is you have to press the power button twice to turn it on. And once you turn it off, they do that primarily, I guess, to keep you from accidentally turning it on and using all your battery up. But definitely a little bit of a surprise when I first tried to use it. It didn't turn on, so just be aware of that. Overall, I'm happy with the mattress. I'm going to put my sheets and bed spread and everything on there. So I'm going to keep all that in the tent, and then it'll easily pack down once I deflate it, because it shrinks down pretty small, so you can definitely fit your pillows and things in there. I'll definitely be testing that out. But overall, I like it. It's comfortable, and I got a link in my description down below if you want to take a look at it. I got it from Amazon. Here is another tweak that I've done. I installed these Roam Adventure soft steps, and trying to make the ladder easier on your feet if you don't have shoes on. And so they actually installed pretty easily. They've got a nice soft surface, and they're angled so that it kind of angles out the step a little bit more, because the other steps are not angled. So I got a pack of 7, and one of the steps was already open, so I am missing the one I was going to put up here. I did not get that from Roam Adventure. I got it from another reseller, so I reached out to them to get some more screws. So hopefully they'll send me some more screws so I can set up the other piece. One thing I had to do on this particular ladder, this one comes with a stopper built in right here. I had to take that off, otherwise it would not fit. And the other thing I did for this is I had to cut out a little piece of rubber here right on the corner, for there's a rivet on all 4 corners. So once I did that, it fit in pretty nicely. So let's take a look at it collapsed. Here it is collapsed. Obviously it doesn't snap all the way back in like it used to, and the Velcro was not quite long enough. So I had these 2 3/4 inch double-sided or Velcro pieces. I'm going to get a piece that's 1.5 inches and put it on there properly, but it works in the meantime. So it definitely still collapses down and can be held in place with the Velcro. The other thing is it will still fit in the ladder bag, which is cool. So anyway, that's awesome. So I can still store it like I normally store it up in the tent. Here's another mod that I'm going to make. As you can see, I've got quite a bit of gap here on the tailgate here, in between the tailgate and this spot right here. So I'm going to take out some gasket material that I bought, some different size gaskets, a gasket kit, and see if I can make that a lot better. I think this will work pretty good. I used a couple of different gasket pieces and did some test fitting, and it closes up pretty nice. This piece, let me get it out of the way. You can see there's a pretty big gap right there, and here's a piece over here that came in one of these gasket kits. So this piece is kind of cut out a little bit. I had to notch it out in some different spots and using some double-sided tape. And then it should, I'll put it back in there, and it'll go back in there and seal up that that big gap that was up there at the tailgate. Obviously pushing a little bit more, but we'll see what it looks like here in a few minutes. Well, I think that turned out pretty well. We'll see. I already closed the tailgate once. It fits in there pretty snugly, so let's take a look at it again. Here it is with the tailgate closed, and seals up pretty darn good. So we'll see how that works. We'll take it to the to the car wash and test it out with some high pressure water and see how well it seals. Here it is sealed up on the passenger side. So I think it'll work. We'll find out when I take it to the wash. Here's one of the last mods that I'm gonna make and show in this video. I'm taking this controller, this mic tuning wireless controller, and unfortunately I had thought I could mount it down there and use some double-sided adhesive tape and hold it in place, but it is not staying in place, and could probably do something different there. But instead I'm going to not use that anymore, and I'm going to take my Bulletpoint mounting system up here, and I'm going to add a couple extra mounting balls and a arm to bring this out about here and mount it up here. Well, I've got the mic tuning wireless switch controller mounted up here. I'm using my Bulletpoint mounting system hardware. I've got 2 balls. I mounted one extra over on the side for something additional in the future. I'm using a really short post. It's the second to the shortest post that they make for this hardware. I'm also using a foam mounting piece of hardware here, so it expands out far enough to grip onto this wireless controller and holds it just fine. So everything turned out well, and thanks for watching.